Hey yo, what's going on everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't did so yet, please subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? And also too, hit the notification button so you know when I put up another video. And check out my website, guys. I have tons of information on my website that could possibly help you and your family out, man. But yo, this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I am not a lawyer. I am not a financial advisor. I am none of that. I am just here to share information with we the people. And I don't give legal advice. You know what I'm saying? So yo, let's get into it, man. We're going to be talking about today in this video, man, how to sign your name or autograph your name as agent. The importance of autographing your name as agent. When you sign anything in this system, your signature is the most powerful thing in this system. You know what I'm saying? Nothing moves until you sign anything. This system needs you to sign whatever, whether it's a traffic ticket, whether it's a if you get thrown in jail, they always need you to sign something. When you're signing a mortgage or you're signing a car loan, they need your signature. Why? Because your signature is actually the credits that are created when you sign. They need your signature. Nothing moves in the system until you sign anything. They need your consent and they need your signature or your autograph. You know what I'm saying? But the power of signing as agent automatically separates you from the all caps name. So we're gonna be talking about you know, sign it as the agent because you are the agent. You are not the all caps name. See, when you sign with your first and your last name, you are representing that you are the straw person. You are the debtor. You are the one who owes the debt. You know what I'm saying? You are the one who will pay back the debt. You know what I'm saying? So there's many ways to sign your name, but this is very important that you understand. You know, when you're dealing with traffic tickets, first of all, nobody can make you sign anything. You know what I'm saying? Um, and this is not legal advice, but I don't sign traffic tickets at all. You know what I'm saying? I put non-assumpsit, or I will put without recourse, or I will put without prejudice. You know, you really don't need the UCC 1-308. You know what I'm saying? That's just a reference. But if you want to add that in too, you can. But see, they're kind of like getting hip to people using the without prejudice UCC 1-308. So you might want to just use without prejudice or non-assumptive. So let's get into it, man. The importance of signing your name as agent. And I'm going to read some of this PDF, man. So, boom. Simply, a government-issued birth certificate is issued with consent of one parent at the time of the birth certificate. The birth certificate is sent to the government agency, generally the Bureau of Viral Statistics. Here, another birth certificate is issued, this one spelling the name of the baby in all caps. And this is what everything begins when you get that birth certificate. This is creating the other entity. There are two of everything. There are two post offices. You got the postal service and you got the post office. You got two police officers. You got the peace officer and then you got the policy enforcer. It's two of everything. There's two U's. You got the U.S. citizen side and you got your national side. You know what I mean? What role do you play in this matrix? So the all caps letter is creating a fictional entity, what most people call a straw person, or trade name. If the name on the birth certificate were to represent the baby as a natural individual, it would be spelled with the appropriate upper and lowercase lettering. For example, John Quincy Adams, not all caps John Quincy Adams. The all caps spelling of the name creates a corporate fiction, a straw man, trade name, which the government can regulate and control. Yes, sir. This is how it gets down. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. With the issuance of the birth certificate in the fictional person, the strawman trade name is placed into the international commerce. and the government issues a bond on the birth certificate in perhaps the amount of 630,000. It's probably more now. You know what I'm saying? Um, and this is all allegedly. And the bonds is sold on the security exchange. It is always purchased by the same corporate Federal Reserve Bank. Through trickery and deception, the baby becomes surety, which guarantees the payback of the bond. The trick is to get the baby to volunteer to pay all of his or her life. And that is what all of us need to know. How to avoid becoming liable for the fictional straw man or trade name that was a creation of the government for the purpose of defrauding the individual baby. Yeah, man, it gets deep, man. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't come to this information, or if you knew, this is how it's getting down allegedly, man. You know what I'm saying? This is how it's getting down. So let's get a little bit more into it. You can stop and pause and read if you like. So the birth certificate is issued by the state and is then registered with the U.S. Department of Commerce, the Executive Office, and specifically through their own sub-agency, the U.S. Census Bureau, which has responsible to register vital statistics for all the states. Thus, the birth certificate is registered in international commerce. The word registered, as it is used in commercial law, does not mean that the all caps version of the name was merely noted or recorded in the book of future reference purposes. When the birth certificate is registered with the U.S. Department of Commerce, the Treasury will issue a bond on the value of the birth certification. The bond is then made available for the purchase of securities exchanges and is brought by the Federal Reserve. The purchase then becomes the authority or collateral to issue the Federal Reserve note. So we back the notes allegedly with the birth certificate. So let's move on. So how do we separate ourselves instantly? You know what I'm saying? And you can stop and pause all this. I'm not going to do that. So let's get into it. The simplest way to sign your name to clearly avoid being mistaken for the all caps name, straw man, is to simply write agent after your name. And this is how you instantly separate yourself, letting them know that you are not the surety or the principal. You are not the principal. You are just the agent for the principal. You're not the surety. By signing your name this way, then this is how you would sign your name. By those two dots, I forgot what you call them, John. I would put a dash, middle name, another two dots, your last name, comma, agent. And you can do this several other ways, but this is the easiest way to remember. And this will help you separate yourself instantly from the all caps name. Okay, so you can see the evidence of this deception on your check line. Look at the name at the top left that indicates the holder of the account. Is that your name? Really? Do you really write your name in all caps? What is wrong? What is that word again? Unnatural? So, yes, the government corporate to fiction is a business. We all know this. You know what I'm saying? So, the microprint on the check line. And this is what it says. There's a microprint that says authorized signature. Authorized signature. It's not a line. It's actually microprint. Let's move on. So signing your name properly to release you from hidden liability. See, it's hidden in the back end on a lot of these adhesion contracts. Everything is hidden. First time he tried this was with the telephone bill. The bill was $172. So I wrote a check to the phone company drawn on an account with only 78 cents in it. Normally the bank would send the check back to me in insufficient funds, but this time because I signed it properly, the bank sent the check back to the phone company. The phone company then came after me, not the bank on the insufficient funds. The next opportunity I had to use this technique was when I was arrested on June 28th, 2007, and had to sign a 1,000 SIG bond the next day after being held against my will for 24 hours. I was charged with obstruction of justice and resisting arrest, pretty serious charges. I was facing up to 9 months in jail and a $10,000 fine. When the DA discovered that I signed the bond unconditionally for my advantage, he realized that he had a worthless bond offered in writing to reduce the charges down to, get this, a $5 ordinance violation, court costs of $125.30, and an apology letter to the sheriff for making him come on site and talk to me. I accepted the offer at the pretrial meeting, but when I went to court and told the judge that yes, as SOVER, you know how it is today in the social media world, I knew I was the court and she knew it too. I was calling the 24 hours I was kidnapped and held against my will without a phone call or a offer of counsel as time served, and I am dismissing all charges. And here's your apology letter. All she could and did say was okay. She knew she had to accept my offer to remain in honor, and I could have arrested her. It's magic. And then here's the beauty part. The case being that it was dismissed and all charges dropped provides me that the with prima facie evidence proof that the foreclosure, which is what all of this was spawned from, the arrest and false imprisonment, opens the door for me to file lawsuits against everyone who had a hand in the seizure of my castle, which I had paid for 3 times over 50 people in tutu, Tio, I don't know what that means. This all includes all 7 of the bank agencies who would answer my questions about my fraudulent mortgage, or sorted counties agencies, including the records of corporate counsel who denied my right to record vital affidavits, the sheriff and the armed gunmen who stormed my castle on June 20th, 2007, the bank attorneys and all entire law firms, and even the purchaser of my home and the judge, all in their personal capacity. So again, guys, you can see how powerful it is to sign your name as agent. You know what I'm saying? I have done this. You know what I mean? This is not legal advice, but I have done this with my lease agreement. Me and my wife have done this. This is how we sign our name. If you decide to get any type of licensing, you know what I'm saying, I always sign as the agent. At my job, I sign my name this way for my W-4. Like some people use the W-8 BEN or whatever, but I just go ahead and just fill out the W-4 every year. Makes things a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? Some people do that and you get a lot of pushback, and some things you just gotta go, okay, you know what, here, just take this W-4 and whatever. But this is the way I sign my name or autograph my name, and I haven't had a problem with nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you nip things in the bud early, you know what I mean? A lot of these things can be resolved just by sending them back. You know, and I've done that multiple times. Of things from me and my wife, I just send them back properly. You know what I mean? But yo, that's my take on my video, guys. I hope you guys like this video. If you haven't did so yet, please subscribe to the channel. Please leave your comments on this video. And check out my website. You know what I mean? I got free information on my website as well. Tons of it. You know what I mean? But that's my take. I'm out. Peace.